cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-224-5353. That's 800-224-5353. Again, that's 800-224-5353.
Honey, I had the worst dream last night. We were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, huh?
You know, my brother was saying he got life insurance from Ebers.
I know it's been on our list, but isn't getting life insurance a huge pain? It's so much paperwork.
More than that. I forgot to put in my parking tickets. I got to put that in when we stop. So I can get that back into your account. It should be in there on Thursday. They get us another $19.
There you go. Creeping. Creeping through the fog on their ass.
So it should be, if I do it tonight and have it forwarded tomorrow, then it'll be in the account. So it'll be $40. So it might only be the transfer, like maybe $50. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, but we can't just transfer 50. Hello? Hello? Look on your feet. I was like, I should have more in the bank than that, 'cause I figured if it was 60, 60, 60, and 60 between the smoke shop, 996 store, Winco, and the cigarettes, it would be 60, 60, and 60. You would still have about $40 left in the bank. So we can still be good. You know what I'm saying? So.
Happening now, breaking news. A federal judge has just temporarily blocked part of President Trump's plan to freeze all federal grants and
Yep, that's
rule
enough.
now on hold through at least Monday. Plus, one day before Robert F. Kennedy Jr. faces
So I'm the president, you mean I can't do that?
His cousin, Caroline Kennedy, is urging lawmakers to reject his bid to lead the nation's top health agency, while she is calling him a quote predator. And in Oklahoma, the state school board has voted to enact an immigration crackdown of its own, a new rule that would require families to prove their citizenship or legal status when enrolling their kids. Welcome to our viewers in the United States and around the world. Wolf Blitzer is off today. I'm Boris Sanchez, and you are in this situation.
All right, Mark. Give it to us straight, boys.
This is CNN Breaking News.
We start with breaking news tonight. The scramble here in Washington and across the country as a judge pauses the Trump administration's freeze on trillions in federal spending. Let's get you straight to the White House and CNN's Jeff Zeleny for all the latest details. Jeff, this judge's order just seems to delay the confusion.
Well, Boris, this judge's order just coming in within the last hour, and it does put a temporary hold on this as these litigants can make a constitutional argument against the Trump administration's decision to put a pause on government spending. But boy, this certainly has sown confusion throughout the day here in Washington and in the United States around the country about spending, about government programs, about government loans. We often talk about things in these terms, but they were actually programs that affect people's lives. Head Start, Meals on Wheels, Medicaid programs. So the White House has said that they are not going to pause spending
Not
on
in this
any
particular
programs
case.
that
In this
affect.
particular case, the government, let's just say, for instance, shelters, men's shelters.
Yeah.
And so they were already given the okay. So they're already pulling money out of it to give to these people to take the meals. And like she said, there's 3 million senior citizens that they deliver food to. Not just food, but when they go, they do a wellness check on them, make sure that they're safe, make sure that they're healthy, make sure everything's okay with them. Visit with them for a few minutes just to make sure everything's okay. So not only are they delivering meals, but they're doing wellness checks. And what you're doing is saying, okay, fine, yes, we approved it, but now I'm president, so I need for you to shut that off. That's 3 million seniors that aren't going to have wellness checks, aren't going to have food, aren't going to have a little bit of companionship that some of them probably look forward to when their meals are delivered. You know what I'm saying? And so you're trying to take meals away from them. As far as the Head Start program, they put the kids in Head Start so they can start learning early. You know what I'm saying? Like pretty much what China was in was Head Start. I don't even know if Safe Key is going to be an issue. Safe Key might be an issue, and how they might have to start. You know what I'm saying? If they decide to cut Safe Key.
I'm pretty sure they'll send her an email.
Well, they will, and she'll be able to go pick up China on her days because she's not working. But then Keisha and Juwan won't have to worry about that other shit. But if Keisha's not doing Head Start, or doing Safe Key, then she'll be able to take China home with her. But that's the whole point of all of this, is that you're trying to figure out ways to cut federal spending.
Hello, Russia.
Right. And that's my problem, is that you want to cut. They said they were suspending all funds going out federally, even though it's already been approved. Now, the brand new ones, which is what they said, like the brand new programs that they have that are waiting for their money to be allotted, you can put, because they have new federal programs all the time, you can put a hold on that. But the ones that have already been approved and a bill was passed, both the House of Representatives and Congress passed it and the president signed on it, that is a bill. That is the law. You're trying to bypass the law. Meaning that you feel that because you are the president of the United States, you're over the executive branch, that you should be able to hire, fire, cut whatever spending you want, and not abide by the Constitution. So what else are you going to stop? You know what I'm saying? They've already got rid of transgender rights. You know what I'm saying? He already signed something as far as transgender. They can no longer, it's either a female or a male. There's no longer in between. You can't call yourself somebody else. None of that shit. And they got rid of the DEI programs, which is coming in handy because you're saying on merits alone. But previously there was a lot of employers who, if I was more qualified than this person because I didn't look like that person, I would get the job even though I was more qualified than they were.
Well,
that's
yeah,
what the
they got rid of all the DEIs, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So now it's up to the companies. Now they can hire and fire whoever the fuck they feel like.
So, because you have immense uncertainty at the federal level, and then you have real fear and a sense of chaos among these organizations that provide so many important resources to people, Head Start and Meals on Wheels. Do you think Trump was looking for this fight?
Well, it's clearly by design. I mean, Stephen Miller, the deputy chief of staff, was just on with Nick Tapper and made that plain. I mean, he said point blank, this is Donald Trump as executive of the executive branch getting complete control of his government. That is what they see here. So his argument was by pausing all of this and assessing it and looking at it, which they believe, unlike Elliott, the administration believes they have the constitutional right to do so. It is of the government. So there's no doubt about that.
Lauren Tomlinson and Karen Finney are also with us. Lauren, to you, new Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt had some difficulty clarifying specific portions of what this action meant. The actual initial memo that was released, they had to put out a second version to clarify it further. Was there a space for the administration to say we're going to take a closer look at government spending and taxpayer dollars being spent on these programs without causing all of this confusion?
I think they could have been clearer. The ambiguity of the first memo, I think, is what created a lot of this confusion here, that they have thus tried to clean up, right? Saying that not all federal spending assistance is going to be paused, that it's only going to be specific programs as it relates to the executive orders that he's released so far. You also saw, Pete Hegseth, as new defense secretary today, do what is very common, I think, in the Department of Defense, which is pause new Army contracts for a short time in order to review what money is going out the door. as his prerogative as new secretary. So I think some of this was intended to be a pause, a true pause, and a review. However, the frenzied nature of it, I think that they put it out with, created a lot of confusion. And frankly, members of Congress are going to be hearing about this nonstop because it's going to be affecting their constituencies. Yep. So I think a lot of this is also a test, like you guys were saying. It is definitely a test to see how far that they can push this. I think there's a lot of constitutional questions that they want answered. They want to take this to the court and see how far they can push it. But I think Congress right now is saying that it's okay. Let's see what what he means here. Ultimately, I think we'll hear from their constituents that not all programs should be cut.
Some of them, like Don Bacon of Nebraska, has come out. He's in that retreat in Doral, Florida, with President Trump and other Republicans, saying that he's already heard from constituents who are worried about this. I want to play some sound for you, Karen, from Senate Democratic Leader Chuck Schumer. This is just a short while ago talking about this executive action.
This decision is lawless. It's destructive. It's dangerous. It's cruel. It's illegal and it's unconstitutional. Donald Trump has done a lot of bad things in the last week.
Get out the way,
but nothing's worse than this.
That dusty ass trailer out the way.
It's the right approach. Given that Donald Trump vowed on the campaign trail that he was going to be a disruptor, perhaps more so than he was during his first term, and he's essentially following up on a campaign.
Yeah, look, I think we have to be very clear. Donald Trump is doing exactly what he said he would do, and a lot of this is Project 2025 coming to life. And I would love to hear my Democrats say that over and over and over again. But here's the thing. We even had a package last week talking with a Trump voter who said, well, I don't think he's really going to do raids. He was talking about immigration. Guess what? He's doing them. So we know from some of the polling, even some of his own voters kind of thought, yeah, he's going to do it. But he's not really. No, he's going to do what he said he's going to do. Right now, we're talking about taking away meals from children. And there's nothing like these kinds of executive orders that have very direct impact on people's lives. Very quickly, I talked with somebody today who is organizing a group to make lunches for kids next week because there are programs that don't know if they're going to be able to access the funds to pay for the food. Real quick, people are calling their members' offices, and guess what? Those House folks sitting down there in Florida, they have to face voters in 2 years. Donald Trump doesn't. Right. And so the more people hear from their constituents, as they're sitting there trying to figure out how they're going to pay for these tax cuts for billionaires, when their constituents are saying, hold on, don't cut these programs, I think it means we're going to see more of a fracture with the Republicans as they're figuring out how are we going to do these two things and still win our seats.
But part of what Republicans are talking about in Doral, David, has to do with how they're going to approach the midterms. We're still about 2 years away, but I imagine some Democrats are seeing this as something that has potential to be part of messaging. How does this go into the next election?
Well, to your point about the Democrats, I think today was the first day in the week-long Trump administration so far where the Democratic Party all of a sudden felt they had something to grab onto and galvanize around. And I don't mean Chuck Schumer standing on the microphone or all of the Senate. You just saw it from governors across a bunch of states really responding, and you can disagree with me in a second, Karen. I just want to say that, that what has been a big internal Democratic Party conversation that I have picked up on with sources since the start of the Trump administration has sort of been like, at sea, haven't figured out a way to respond, haven't settled on a pro-terror message. This news with the pause of this spending, and I realize the court now has put that on hold, was a galvanizing moment as I talked to Democratic sources today for the party to start standing up and in an organized fashion.
I just quickly want to make us remember that Democratic AGs were ready to go. They were organizing in December. I talked with some of them. They knew that this challenge to birthright citizenship was coming and going to come quick. So remember, they won in court already last week on that. So part of the Democratic coalition is already on it. Governors have already started to prepare, as we saw also with the immigration rates. Congress, they're catching up. They had a little more time.
Well, that suit also had a suit ready to go today.
Everybody gonna go to court.
About yesterday's action. It was quite remarkable how quickly they got it.
One of many legal fights I believe we'll be discussing for quite some time.
As they're fighting Donald Trump
stay with us.
and they're winning,
just ahead.
if they're out too much money, they charge that shit back.
As she urges the Senate to reject his
Like the
nomination.
AGs, they're getting paid by the government. So if those constituents go to the AG so they can file this information, especially reference the whole birthright issue,
Bring up more from your in-car
it's not coming
stations
out of
with the Sirius
the
XM app.
constituents' pocket. It's coming out of the federal government's pocket.
More than 200 streaming-only channels
Those
for every
AGs are
alphabet
being
and everything in between. At home to find it all with the Sirius XM app.
Yeah, it's gonna come back to bite me that. I think.
Alexa, TV, or other internet-connected devices.
Are you ready to
Like I said, our
own your
house
own
would be
business?
crowded
Mr. Sandless, the
if she
number
sent you
one
babies
wood
come
flooring
back.
finisher in the world, is
But
looking to open 50
at least
new
everybody will be
locations this
safe.
year. You could be the exclusive Mr. Sandless owner right where you
You know,
live.
other two
Mr.
babies.
Sandless uses a wet refinishing process that delivers
And that's if
beautiful
she doesn't
floors
decide to
without the
put
mess
Amber.
and cost
I'm
of
pretty sure
traditional
Amber would love
sanding.
to have
Mr.
boys
Sandless
over
has
there.
already refinished more than 150
We can
million
just let
square
you
feet
know
of wood
when we're in
floors with
town,
no
you know what I'm
sanding
saying?
and nothing to clean up afterward. Here's their offer. You get the franchise, the territory,
Oh, I know you
the
do.
training, the manual, the cloud-based CRM, the equipment, marketing materials, and
I'm curious
solutions,
to
all
find out
for just
how that is actually
$19,000.
getting.
You
You know
can
what
put
I'm
that on a
saying?
credit card.
Like if
How
they're
much can
still
you make?
treating her
The
because
average Mr.
one of
Sandless
her
owner
biggest
last year made
issues.
$175.
Am I on mute? Should call her, see how she's doing. Not gonna tell her about sheets though. About to go to Dell and Hand Festival. Dell and Hand Festival. So be safe while you out there on that books. And keep your ID on you. Great. Do you normally keep your ID on you when you go to work? Oh.
I still think she needs a pepper spray.
Daddy says you need some pepper spray. You want us to buy you a pepper spray? Oh, damn. Where you gonna keep that?
What?
She said she wants us to buy her a knife.
No, she ain't gonna go to jail. She has
Oh, Daddy said she was going
you gotta get you no knife.
He don't trust you or Holly with a knife. Huh? She said that's insane. Pepper spray should be good enough, so we'll look into some pepper spray. How's that? Don't do that.
She said,
Either that or I'm gonna get a gun.
no gun. Especially no gun.
Oh yeah, we can't have no guns in the house. Just pepper spray, okay? That should be enough to ward people off. I'm just saying. You not stab nobody.
Oh, pepper spray, get him off of. You know, Soulja Boy got pepper sprayed by what's his name, the YouTuber. Yeah.
Who was that? It wasn't Jada Butterfinger. It was
Charles.
Oh, Charles something.
Soulja Boy did was gonna run up on him.
Yeah, there's this guy on YouTube called Charles, and he's from Texas, and he always is giving, a thing on YouTube where he's showing all his guns, all some kind of shit, right? So he was talking to the Soulja Boy, and so he went to a club. Soulja Boy came up on his ass. This nigga jumped on top of the car and sprayed everybody.
think Hot Lake has some pepper spray. I don't know if she
She
did.
did a long time ago. Remember, we got her a pink one. Oh, we're under, you know. Are you asleep? Oh, you gotta go with the babies, right? Okay, so have you been asleep all day? Are you not feeling okay? Oh, okay. Right. Well, then you missed all the action. Trump signed an executive order late last night, sometime last night, that put a pause on all federal spending. And supposedly it was supposed to affect Head Start, safety, Meals on Wheels. Originally they said when it came out they were putting a pause on all federal spending for grants and programs. And so then they came out and specified that it wasn't going to affect Medicaid or TANF or food stamps. They didn't say anything about WIC though. And so when people went into the Medicaid website, it's completely down in all 50 states. Because he's trying to put a pause and to find out how come there's so much money going out, even though Congress already passed a bill for the money to go out. You can't stop money that's already designed to go out. So of course the woman over Meals on Wheels, she went to the judge and filed a suit. Filed a lawsuit. Because the money has already been approved through Congress for to take care of those programs. All existing federal programs. There's like 50 million of them. And so the judge said for right now, because it's already been approved by Congress, they're putting a pause on them stopping that government funding. So your food stamps should have been okay, but if you try to log into Medicaid, you probably can't get in. I don't know if it's going to affect WIC. I don't know if it's going to affect safety, or if it's going to affect your Urban League as far as the Center for the Boys. So, because it's already been approved, the funding has already been approved, you know what I'm saying, it may or may not affect it, I don't know. So right now there's a pause on it, and that they're supposed to be going back to court in front of a federal judge to weigh whether or not he can actually do it. So I'm just giving you a heads up, you know what I'm saying, in case they do cancel Urban League, because they said, oh, we're not going to take any funding that's going to individuals. But your funding is going to you, but that, like Urban League, for your safety, give you a discount on safety and daycare, they have to get that money from an organism. They give you that money to those programs, but it's not really going directly to you, it's going to them. Through, so they should be able to, and they put a pause on it, so it should be okay for right now, but I'll keep you posted. Oh, and FYI, I'm gonna tell you like I told your sister, because we're gonna be in Colorado, but we don't know what her living situation is gonna be like. Right now, everybody that worked on that case, he fired. Even the, oh yeah, did you hear about all the January 6th rioters? The J6 rioters? On January 6th, do you remember right before Biden took office, there was a big old huge riot at the Capitol building where they killed police and then they injured over 140 of them? And they were from the Oath Keepers, the Proud Boys, the 3%ers. They were all for Trump because they said, Trump has said that they had stolen the election. So they went to the U.S. Capitol building and went in and just hurt people. Looking for Mike Pence, who was the vice president, talked about hang Mike Pence, hang Mike Pence. They was in Nancy Pelosi's office. They was looking for her to kill her. It was all bad. In all, they arrested 1,600 people. Okay? They have court cases. Those people that murdered the police, they're already in jail for murder. Okay? There were people who were hit with trespassing and assault on a police officer, damaging property on the U.S., because it's a federal crime to do that. Because all this happened on the U.S. Capitol property, right? I know. So just think, when people bum rushed in there, broke the glass, ran over police, hit the police, somebody took a flagpole, beat the shit out of a police. Okay? He gave every single one of them a pardon. So those people who pled guilty because they know they were trespassing, they knew that they were violent, they knew that they were in offices they weren't supposed to be in.
They're all free now.
Every single one of those motherfuckers is free. Those people who spent 3 years in jail for murder, they said the rest of your sentence is commuted, meaning you don't have to serve the rest of your sentence. Let them out. Those who were still doing court cases, let them out. He went on ahead and pardoned all 1,600 of them, which means that you're telling people it's okay to kill police, it's okay to be violent to police, it's okay to go into a federal building and destroy the entire place, all because your president said they stole the election and we have to stop them. So instead of them being prisoners, he called them hostages. So he went in and pardoned every single one of those motherfuckers. And then a couple of days ago, police officer had pulled over one of the J6 rioters, shot him, girl, killed him. Killed the January 6th rioter. Oh, you think you free? Because you killed my friend? Okay. Yeah, that's all that. This shit is going to hell in a handbasket. I told Boo Boo. Daddy said y'all need to go out, y'all need to go get some sun, get tan, so they don't think y'all make it. Oh, Holly said they never said she looked Mexican, so she good. So,
Casanova.
me and Daddy said we're gonna need to get some pepper spray for Boo Boo and for me.
Everybody got their own opinion there, but
How come it ain't? Oh, Holly says pepper spray ain't gonna do shit. She said with all this shit going on, she said they probably gonna be walking around with some handguns and some more shit. Well, they shouldn't in Nevada because it's against the law to carry. In Texas, you'd be asked out. So that's a right to carry state. Some of those red states.
so that's what I'm gonna need for her to
Oh,
stay.
maybe.
So that's what I'm gonna need for her and the grandkids to stay in the house as
Daddy
much as
said that's the
possible.
reason why he's gonna need for you and the grandkids, y'all to stay in the house as much as possible. Oh, Holly said they about to move to fucking Greece.
They about to go where?
She said they moving to Greece. No, we just need for you to stay in the house for 4 years, and hopefully he'll be up out of there and he doesn't try to break that law too. Like I told Boo, I said this motherfucker is taking a bill that was signed into law by the senators, by the House. So you got the House of Representatives that approved the bill. You got the Senate who approved the bill, and then the president signed off on that, Biden. So it's three steps of legality that approved the bill for all the federal spending and the funding for these groups. And he goes in and says, I'm going to stop all this. And it's trying to stop all that shit. If he can stop that, what's to stop him from saying, okay, fine, I'm going to stay in office another 4 years? Google said, because it's written in the Constitution. I understand that. It also states that if a bill is signed off on by all three branches, that it's the law. He's trying to break that too. So we're going to keep y'all protected as much as possible, okay? But, I know. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. No, that's fine. I thought Shawana was just going with the girls, but I guess she's taking Deja and Quinn too, so that's good. Oh, let me ask you about. Okay, so Shawana is going on a Super Bowl cruise. She told me about when I went to go get my nails done, and she said that she was going with like 30 people. It's like a bunch of people going, and I guess Deja and Quinn are going with her. And so they looked into the price of how much it was going to cost to have Stash put in a hotel.
What's that?
Stash is it's a little dog, an itty bitty dog.
Okay.
And it's going to cost them anywhere to minimum $300 up to like $500-$600 to put them up. So, and I know that when Sally was pricing it, when she had went out of town until she had been taken, her dog Enzo, it was going to cost like $150 a day to put him in there. So it's okay if he's over there for a couple of days.
I didn't know what trying to know where you was going.
Oh, that's what I was going with.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you gotta.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to bring it around. Sorry. So, is it okay if Hotlink takes care of Stash at the house?
Okay. You don't get sick.
You
when
just,
get home.
huh?
You get sick when you get home. I'm gonna be pissed.
Okay, and try to keep him out of our room. Hotlink said that she will do a super deep clean before we get home and keep him out of our room. And just make sure that you pick up the dog shit in the back.
You get sick when you get home. I'm gonna be pissed.
Okay. So Daddy said yes. Daddy says if I get sick, when we get home, he'll be mad. Okay, but as long as you do a deep clean and you keep him out of our room and keep our door closed, you know what I'm saying? Then it shouldn't be that bad. You know what I'm saying? So you want to do a deep clean of the house and make sure you air it out a little bit, but it should be fine. So you can call your godmama and let her know it's okay. Because at least in that way it'll save. And I'm assuming they're going to bring you over the dog food for them. How long is the cruise? Like a week, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Well, they have to be there, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so you'll probably have them. You'll probably have them like 5, 6 days. That's fine. Yeah, just keep them out of our room and deep in the house. So go ahead and let your godmama know you'll take care of Stash. And is he going to be okay around my grandson? Well, yeah, I'm just gonna say you're gonna have to eventually. Didn't you say that a couple times that DJ's been over there? He's got used to Stash, because I know that when they go over there, when they used to go to the Shawana's, Stash was out. She didn't put him up, did she? So he'll just have to get used to him. You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure that you have the kennel so that if you guys go shopping or whatever, you're not at the house, the dog is in the kennel. You know, because we don't want him. I mean, I know that he's potty trained. You just have to make sure that you let Stash go outside to go to the bathroom, and then make sure you clean it up before we get home. Okay. responsibility for you. But yeah, you should be good.
Track record ain't very good with that family.
Huh?
Track record with pets ain't very good with that family.
Whose family?
Hardly and the kids.
Oh.
The last pet they had, what happened to him? What was his name? Harvey?
What pet? Oh, the guinea pig. Oh, how they killed the guinea pig. Oh, yeah. Daddy said be careful because your track record is not really good when it comes to pets. She said, you mean when Sally gave China a guinea pig and I was trying to deal with Bubba? Absolutely not. Yeah, I mean, Stash is a little dog. He's potty trained, been potty trained for years. You know what I'm saying? Hasn't, I mean, as he's gotten older, hasn't he settled down a little bit? Right. Well, I don't think JoJo is afraid of him. My only concern would be DJ. But I think after he's there for a little while, he'll get used to it. If not, he'll just have to deal with it. I mean, eventually he's going to have to get used to the dog. You can't keep Stash in the kennel the entire time. You know? So, he'll just have to get used to it. I'm pretty sure China would love to have him. And I'm going to need for you to watch JoJo. JoJo might try to manhandle his bulldog. You know, he's aggressive. He's very aggressive. I don't want him to squish Stash. Stash is about the same size as Enzo, right? Stash is about the same size as Enzo. So yeah, I'd be curious to see how JoJo's gonna be around. So yeah. Look, this is about as close as you're gonna get to having a dog at our house. Right? Right. Well, off you go to go get the grandbabies. I just really wanted to give you a heads up on what we were figuring, what we didn't heard today about the deportations and the federal program. So whatever it is, we'll find a way to work it out. Okay? Don't you worry. Oh, and I forgot, the money that we got from Boo this month, that'll pay Jermaine to come fix our seat. So you don't even have to worry about paying it. Because remember we said that's what we were going to use it for? So the money we got for her, I need to call Boo back to see if she can get her father to come over and come fix the damn seat. Then that way you guys have access to both seats. I mean, not that you really need both seats, but well, I guess you do need both seats, right? What? Uh-huh. Oh, Google just sent that to you? Oh, Keisha. Oh, yeah. So she got the email too. Real shit. Real shit. Right. Right. So Keisha just texted Holly that they just got a an email from CCSD say that Trump has signed an order to stop all federal programs, meaning safety, daycare, all of that.
You just told Holly.
Right.
Holly checked her email.
No, Keisha just texted her.
I'm saying they usually email the parents too. That's why I was asking if Holly know.
Oh no, not probably because it hasn't quite affected her yet. But if they did, Holly don't. Well, Gianna tries to check her email. So Keisha said, for the life of her, she does not know why the Mexicans voted for him. Deport all you motherfuckers.
Because some Mexicans are here legally, and they don't want to be confused with the ones that are here legally, that are not here.
Well,
legally.
and that's the point. I don't think that they realize, because Trump said that he was going to be doing mass deportations of criminals, rapists, serial killers, arsonists, assault victims, and those who committed assault. Those are the people he was coming after. He never said he was coming after people about birthrights. He never said he was coming after regular people who were waiting for their work visas or their documentations to be approved. He didn't say any. He never said we are coming after all immigrants.
So you're talking about a man who.
Hey, look at here. He said it.
That's what I'm saying. You're talking about a man who's been good on his word how many times? So what he says and what he don't say doesn't contradict what he does.
Well, this is the thing. He specifically stated that he was going to be doing mass deportations of immigrants. That's what he said. And that's exactly what he's doing. So what else did Keisha say? That's what Daddy calls him. Keisha said somebody needs to find out what the hell is going on. Holly says so far her funding should be okay. But I'm assuming as soon as her funding is not okay, then those boys will be at home with Holly until they can go to school. Right. Well, the thing about it is that they should be able. Oh, is that Head Start over at Deja School? For DJ's age, or is it just pre-K? Head Start is for school that you sent China to at Rainbow Academy. That was basically Head Start. It's for the education of toddlers, pretty much. So we'll have to see what happens to see if you can get DJ in there over at Deja School. Because he'll be in over there full time. Isn't that what Deja said? He'll be full time over there? Yeah. So yeah, if you want to move the kids over there. And then you'll just have to keep JoJo at home with you till he's old enough. Because the daycare, if you're not getting help with daycare, that shit is pricey. Right. That's what I'm saying. Oh, they're probably fixing you lose hella business because a lot of those daycares, they are getting assistance from the federal government because it's paying for the kids to be there. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of those kids, or at least half of the kids in there, they're getting stepping stone, for example. It's probably getting over half of their money for their company from the federal government. If he stops that shit, they're not going to be able to keep the place open. They're going to have to fire some people because they're not going to need all the people there because they ain't going to be no students there. And that's the reason why the federal judge put a pause on it so they could see exactly which ones they were actually doing. But check this out. So, for a soap dispenser, you know, that you can get at Walmart, it costs like $1 to make it. But for the regular consumer, we pay like $3, $4 for it, right? Defense contractors, which the Pentagon, they contract out people to help them. Independent defense contractors, which Elon Musk has a defense contract with the government. Guess how much they charge for one of those soap dispensers? Just one. $7,909.
Shuts up to Andrew Bartley.
For
No, we
one
never.
soap dispenser.
Either.
So, what is this damn? One of the senators said, "You want to cut spending? How about cut that spending? That's $89 billion a year that they can save just on soap dispensers." But that's how the defense contractors are making their money, girl. Okay, that's what the hell?
Y'all in the truck, nigga.
Right, that's what I'm saying. What? That's a come up. That's a hustle for your ass. But this is the point. The problem is that it's been going on for years with these defense contractors. Is that when they buy stuff like soap dispensers or employees, whatever the case may be, they bill the government on how much all that stuff costs. It's just that nobody has really taken the time to actually go in and itemize all this stuff. Or they weighing up on all kind of shit. It's all bad. But you want to cut federal spending so that you can give your friends, your billionaire friends, tax cuts and fill your wallet. Your hands are co-housing. So yeah, it's all bad right now. It is all bad. This motherfucker done lost his brain. He is doing both. So I'll keep you posted on what's going on. But I'm pretty sure that freaking Amber would love to have her and the boys up there. You know what I'm saying? It'll be our house, but you're more welcome over there. You can come over for a couple days. But I'm gonna talk to her about it on Thursday and see where her head is and what's going on with her. But we're definitely not gonna have her home. Because this is the second time that we're seeing contact with her. I text her. But just a FYI. But I'll keep you posted on with the orange. Keep you up to date. Okay? So you pick up China too? Are you picking up China too? Okay. Great. I told Boo Boo last night, she's like, yeah, she said she came in, she said, that nigga tired. That nigga don't get naps during the daytime no more. Right, because they get naps over there. At school, she don't get no naps. So between playing and then she comes home and she plays a little bit, she eats, then she takes a bath. Oh, she be outro. She be tired. All right, I will talk to y'all later. I love you. Bye-bye. Yep, she said, are you having any issues getting your money for the safe care for daycare? He said, not that I know of. Because as of right now, there's a pause. And that's what he doesn't realize is that people like Urban League are taking care of safety for parents who work late. And they're also taking care of daycare. So the federal government money goes to those organizations so they can put it at the daycare and at the school. If you're trying to stop that, how are you So you don't worry about it. I'll homeschool my kids. I'm not paying daycare prices. Or safety prices for that matter. That shit is crazy too. That shit is ridiculous.
This time frame of uncertainty, I mean, it says everything.
Do you think it's fair for a new administration to say, hey, look, we're going to disperse these funds, but we want a little time to review certain things and within our discretion try to decide when and how we might do that within the law? That being said, this was mishandled. And to your earlier point, Aaron, it could have been categorically said, look, when it comes to things like nutrition and meal programs for needy people, those are exempted. When it comes to heating people's homes in the winter, those are exempted. And you could go down the list and get to what they're really after, which is certain things like DEI.
And this is the project that we know has been trying to be implemented by this administration. There is this, theory, unitary executive theory that they've been pushing for a long time.
I meant to ask you, did you forget to tell your father to come over and fix that sink? Y'all see. When he fixed the what? What's wrong with the kitchen sink? Oh, so that second sink is working now? Oh, I didn't know. We didn't hear anything, so I wasn't sure if it was fixed or not. The one in the bathroom or in the kitchen? In the bathroom. So we technically need a faucet. Okay. Okay. Okay, have you used that sink yet? Can you test it out so we know? And then when Daddy gets in, we can go ahead and buy the faucet. Huh? Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you. And so, but the kitchen one is okay though, right? She did what? And what pills? Oh, yeah, those ain't supposed to go in garbage. Those ain't supposed to go in the trash. Oh, okay. But it's fixed now. Everything is good, right? Oh, okay. All right. I didn't know. Sorry, I didn't know. You didn't call and say nothing. Okay, well, test the sink later on and let me know. Because in that way, me and Daddy know if we need, when we get home, to go ahead and buy a faucet. Okay? All right, thank you. Oh, guess what? We just got a text message from Keisha. CCSD just put out a blast back. Everybody freaking out. She said, he came over and fixed the sink. she said that's what we need to fix. It's because there's a crack in it. And then said, well, he came and fixed it when he came and fixed the kitchen sink. What the hell's wrong with the kitchen sink? It was like, Holly said it was, Luca said it was clogged and was flooding. Well, what the hell? What you mean? She was like, because Holly put either rice, oh no, she put potato peels in the garbage disposal. And but I said, you ain't supposed to put potato peels in the garbage disposal.
They don't turn the garbage disposal on.
Right, rice you can put down there with the garbage disposal, but even with the garbage disposal working, you cannot put potato peels in there.
Water. As long as you got running water.
No.
Potato peels can go in.
No, because when you peel potatoes, they're longer and they're a lot thicker, and so the blades can't break those up enough for them to go into the garbage disposal, and they clog up the sink. So what happened was she took all those potato peels. You know how when you peel potatoes, you put them in a bag, and there's a whole stack of them. When you try to put all that in there, it's going to stop it up and clog the sink. That's why they tell you not to put potato peels. Rice is different.
I've put potato peels.
How many of you not to?
I'm saying I've done it before and nothing happened.
Yeah, technically.
I mean, if you dump a whole bunch of them in there and try to turn it on, you got to put a few in there, leave the water running, put a few in there, run it while you put them in there.
Well, that's the reason why whenever we peel potatoes, and I've taught the girls how to peel potatoes, it was always in the trash can.
Well, I've never seen them use that garbage disposal. Do they even know where it is?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what you saying?
But yeah, because I was told that's the reason why we used to peel potatoes in the trash can at home. It's because potato peels are longer, even if it's a small potato or whatever the case may be, it's a lot longer, and it's harder for the blades to break up a certain amount of potato peels at the same time. Even if you put like 10 of them in there, 10 small potato peels, it could clog it up because it doesn't break it up enough. So what happens is they go down in big pieces, and then eventually those big pieces get caught up and they get stuck in the garbage. They get stuck in the pipe, not just in the garbage disposal, but in the pipe itself. Because you know the pipe is small. You're talking about putting all these in there. So that's what I was taught. So no, rice is different.
More about it than I do. I don't know nothing about plumbing.
So, but anyway.
You was married to a plumber, so obviously you know more about it than I
That has nothing to do with me being married to him. I just have to accept, but that's the reason why my mom and dad had us to peel potatoes in the trash can. When I was growing up, we peeled them in the trash can. When the girls were little, they did potatoes in the trash can. Both girls. I wasn't with him when Holly was here. So, him being a plumber has nothing to do with it because I never even knew this motherfucker did shit like that. So, that was way after my time. So, but she did have him to come over and fix the sink, and so he did the bathroom sink and the kitchen sink. So,
That's good.
huh?
I said that's good.
Right. And didn't cost us no extra money. Good idea, Daddy. Or was that my idea to have people ask my mom?
I don't know.
How about good idea out of the way? That way free of charge becomes it. All right. And depending upon how much it is, we might have to just replace both faucets. We can't have mismatched faucets back.
Let's see if we get a chance to see his grandbabies. He probably ain't seen them in a minute. Them cheeks move with us.
Oh, they don't get along with it.
I'm pretty sure he'd be over there probably a lot more than he is now if she wasn't over here.
Maybe. But I'm gonna give her both suggestions when we get home. I mean, when we see her on Thursday. You know what I'm saying? Find out what's going on with her. Find out what's going on. Tell her, you know, we both, me and Amber, we'll work things out. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if there's more room in her house. My house is gonna be cluttered, and you might end up running. You'll definitely end up running into your father. So if you don't mind seeing your father at our house, because he pops up periodically because Google's there. Most of the time he pops up when me and Daddy are not home. But he definitely does pop up over there. So as long as you don't have a problem seeing your father, it's just an FYI. Or a heads
That
up.
nigga good for popping up when we there too.
Yeah, not too often. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't pop up too often. Alright, an hour left, Daddy. We got 43 miles left to go.
Last about a year or two longer than it would with Junior, would collapse almost immediately.
That was before they joined forces, of course. Out front now, the president of that group, Advancing American Freedom, Tim Chapman. And Tim, I appreciate your time. So I want to start with your ad. You're putting a lot of money into your own RFK Jr. messaging tonight. Have you heard any response from Republicans who are deciding whether to confirm him tomorrow, which is actually what President Trump wants them to do?
Yeah, well, thanks for having me on. First, let me just say, I mean, when President Trump is right, he's right. And on this one, he called it right there in the video that you just played. He's very clear in that video about RFK Jr.'s past positions on issues that are important to conservatives. Now, yeah, we are hearing from senators and senators' staff and various people around Capitol Hill. Here's the issue. There are 6 to 12 senators that would like to have a permission structure to vote against this nominee because they know that there are reasons that they've fought for their entire lives. Many of them are pro-life senators.
Right. I mean, just to get to the core of this, for many people that you're talking about, this is about abortion, which is actually something where Caroline Kennedy and Democrats would agree with RFK Jr. 100%, right? Your issue is that.
Yeah, our issue is abortion. I mean, look, HHS oversees a multi-billion-dollar budget. It controls abortion policy in the United States. And whatever merits RFK Jr. brought to the campaign and could potentially bring to the administration, it does not warrant putting him at the top of this particular cabinet agency. So we would like to see the president get a redo here. And we would like to see pro-life senators tomorrow in the hearing and on Thursday in the Health Committee hearing ask pointed questions.
RFK Jr. is against vaccines, but he vaccinated his kids.
Right.
He's going to be over the world, he's going to be over the health organization for the United States. And
CDC.
he is,
The CDC, right?
No, this is health and wellness. And he very well may be over the CDC as well, like the FDA, EPA, all that kind of
Disease
stuff.
control.
Right. He is pro-choice, which a lot of Republicans are pro-life. So he's for abortion. And Republicans are against abortion, so that could be a problem for him too. That's why they say we're hoping he'll do a radio.
Own strength and the many second chances he was given. And then every class and cheat his way through life.
So Tim, I know your issue with him is really on a topic like abortion, as you've been very clear. Where, of course, you and Caroline Kennedy would disagree 100%. But I'm more curious as to your view as a conservative here on this issue of changing. Is there such a thing as somebody moving past all of the things that she lays out and deserving of a true second chance or something like this, putting aside your view on abortion?
Yeah, of course there is. I mean, look, not even just as a conservative, as a human being. I agree with her. I admire that he's gotten past a lot of this stuff. I do think that shows character. I think that shows growth. I also am glad that he's struggling with his position on abortion. He's always been pro-choice, but he's trying to moderate that position. And as a pro-lifer, I welcome converts. But we don't have to have real-time discussions about this while he's head of a cabinet agency. Okay, that doesn't mean that that warrants him being leader of HHS. So what I would say is I would encourage people to, yes, he deserves attaboys for that, sure, but let's put him in some place in the administration where he can focus on what he was really good at.
He wants to do this experimental shit where you can have a choice to try an experimental drug if you wanted to without it being passed by the FDA. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the breaking news.
But you know, he's a conspiracy theorist. So you're thinking that all the stuff that has gone through, which a lot of people don't realize, the FDA puts all of new medicines under trials to make sure and to look for any side effects. And they do it for different types of races, gender, whatever the case may be, to see what the side effects are.
And that's the process Trump wants to get rid of.
No, that's the part that John F. K. Jr. wants to get rid of. Or no, Robert Kennedy wants to get rid of. Trump did too? I didn't hear that.
Yeah, well, I heard him a couple years ago say he wanted to make it to where if we want to choose to try experimental medicine, that we should. But RFK just putting a stamp on it because he believes the same thing.
Best-selling pair arrives right on time for Valentine's Day.
You won't figure out the side effects till later.
Right, after somebody died.
Right.
I say, you think you got lost until now? Because at least with the trials, when they try them on people write on there, they have to sign stuff. You know what I'm saying? Saying that we'll take whatever medical treatment you can give us to save our lives. We're not going to come back and sue you, yada, yada, yada. Because those are clinical trials. They give up those rights. Plus, these people get paid for it. So what you want to do, you want to completely bypass all of that so that if it is a bad reaction, you don't have somebody to take care of it. They have the ability to be able to sue your ass because you didn't give a medicine that you said was going to be safe and it wasn't, and you killed them.
And if you notice, he's getting rid of all the programs that Biden put in place. And I'm starting to think
these federal programs that Trump is trying to put a hold on have been in place since Jimmy Carter.
Oh, Jimmy Carter?
Correct. So they have been in effect for over 40 years. Head Start, Meals on Wheels, Safe Key, Medicaid, Urban League for daycare. All of this stuff has been in place for years. This isn't stuff that's brand new. That was just put in by Biden. It's been in there for years. Because remember, I had the kids on WIC, I had Medicaid, and then I had Nevada checkup for the kids. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I was on those programs as well. You're trying to put a hold on this shit so that you can reallocate those funds to go someplace else, but you don't want to touch. This is the problem. You don't want to touch the defense contractors' pocketbook.
Right.
Why? Because those are the same motherfuckers he's trying to get tax cuts for. Because they're billionaires. So you're trying to get these people a tax deduction, but you don't want to take money out of their pocket. So you want to save money. You want to save money on the federal budget, but you don't want to cut the defense contractor's budget. You're okay paying $700-900 for a soap business, and they don't tell them what else they're paying for.
Well, I mean, all them trillions of dollars or billions of dollars that they be sending to Ukraine, I wonder how much of that going to the defense contractor's pocket.
Oh, I'm gonna say a lot of that shit goes into the defense contractor's pocket. Because guess what? How about it's got to get there? Do you understand what I'm saying? They have defense contractors that are transporting third parties that actually transport stuff. Because you got to remember, with NATO, the military cannot go into Ukraine to drop weapons. So my thing about it is, okay, fine. So then what you do is you use the defense contractors to bring the stuff in. Just like in Afghanistan and all these military wars that they have people coming in to build stuff, to deliver stuff, guns, weapons, ammunition. It wasn't the military bringing it in, it was these defense contractors bringing it in. So, you don't want to cut their budget, but you sure the fuck want to cut the kids and the old people? Like they said, he wants to cut every program that does not pertain to him. So none of these programs pertain to him. Terrible. Ridiculous, Daddy.
I think he's just streamlining everything without having or thinking about any consequences.
That's exactly what he's doing. But he's streamlining everybody but his friends that are billionaires. That's what my problem is. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you think that you're spending too much money on federal budget for those people who qualify or do not qualify for certain programs, I get it. Then you need to raise up how much people are making or lower what they're making so that they have to pay a little bit more money. I get
Gotta be
that.
starting from the other end. Or he's starting from the wrong end.
Right. You want to cut
Starting from the bottom.
federal funding for grants, for loans, for whatever it is that is helping those who are less fortunate, but you don't want to cut money from your friends.
It's a remarkable moment. I mean, this is a major U.S. ally, the leader of a country, going on the record to call out Elon Musk, who is now glued to President Trump's side, and call him disgusting. It comes as Musk is under intense scrutiny for supporting Germany's far-right AfD party, which includes members who have been convicted of using Nazi rhetoric. So Fred is out front in Berlin tonight. And Fred, this is incredible just watching this. I mean, this jaw-dropping moment, this exchange that you have with the Chancellor of Germany. So what more did he tell you?
Yeah, it's remarkable in many ways. We caught up with Olaf Scholz, the Chancellor of Germany, on the sidelines of a campaign event that he had here in Berlin. And of course, Elon Musk has been attacking Olaf Scholz left, right, and center. He's called him incompetent. But then at an event for the far-right AfD here in Germany this weekend, he also said that Germans need to get over what he called the historic guilt of the Holocaust. Now, that's definitely not something that you joke around or take lightly here in Germany. Of course, the Holocaust is something that's still ever present. Dealing with the Holocaust is still ever present here in this society as well. And so Olaf Scholz actually got really emotional when I asked him about how Elon Musk has been inserting himself into Germany's political process. Here's what he said. He is openly advocating for the AfD. He has said that Germany needs to get over its historic guilt for the Holocaust, and he's attacked you personally. And are you going to raise this with Donald Trump?
I disagree completely with Elon Musk and what he's doing. What is new is that he is intervening in favor of right-wing politicians all over Europe. And this is really disgusting, and I'm absolutely critical about what Elon Musk said about the history of Germany. This is the week where we are remembering the freeing of the last people in the concentration camp of Auschwitz. And I'm absolutely clear, there is a responsibility of Germany that will continue to be a responsibility. We are very happy about the United States that freed our country and helped us to become a democracy again. And this is why I'm so angry about Elon Musk intervening from the far right, and Elon Musk also not acting adequate for this killing of so many Jews and other people in Europe done by Germans in the past.
So that was Olaf Scholz there speaking to me earlier tonight. And he really made a point of coming out and speaking to us and making those points, Aaron. And certainly he's not alone. There's also politicians from other German political parties who have made the same points as well, also members of society. There were German historians, Aaron, who also came out and said Elon Musk simply doesn't know what he's talking about. And even Germany's ambassador to Israel said it's clear that Elon Musk does not understand Germany's history, Aaron.
Fred, thank you very much. Really incredible conversation that Fred had. Harry Enten, he's here with me now. I mean, Harry, this is huge world news. You have the Chancellor of Europe talking about Elon Musk and his support of far right-wing politicians, as this is really disgusting. And that is why I'm so angry about Elon Musk intervening for the far right and Elon Musk acting inadequate to this killing of so many Jews. I mean, these are unbelievable comments. I actually think that these are happening, but he is not speaking into a void. No. He is speaking out into a world where Musk's standing has changed, right? I mean, tell me something I don't know.
I'll tell you something you don't know. Elon Musk isn't just pissing off Germans. He's pissing off Americans, too. You can see this in his net favorability rate. Once upon a time, Elon Musk was pretty well liked nationally in the United States. Plus 29 points back in 2016. By the eve of the 2024 election, he was down to a -3. And now of January 2025, he's down to minus 13. That's going in the wrong direction. He's falling down the mountain like I do when I try and ski. He is, at this particular point, not a popular man, neither in Germany and certainly not in the United States.
Well, that's a precipitous change, too. Okay, so then, you know, he's always with Trump.
Yeah.
Now, let's just talk about, you see such a precipitous decline from Musk. Is that related to Trump in any way? I mean, how do their popularity measures line up?
Donald Trump is a more popular guy than Elon Musk is. That's the bottom line. You look at that net favorable rating, you see Donald Trump hanging right around that 0 mark. You see Elon Musk there with a minus 13.
Big bank take little bank.
Musk is pulling Trump down, not the other way around with Trump pulling Musk down. It's Musk who's actually potentially someone who can make Trump less well-liked than Trump.
I know personally of people who have gotten rid of their Teslas because of Elon Musk, but that seems to be at least very much the exception, not the rule, right? People say that, not many people actually do it. I guess the real question is
getting rid of my
impacting business?
I don't think it's helping business, because if you look at the global deliveries of Teslas, what you see is you had real growth in 2022 and 2023. Look,
that's
for the
outstanding in 2023.
Fantastic. But in 2024, for the first time in a very long time, in fact, there was a drop year over year. So look, this isn't helping Elon Musk. There are a lot of things going on in the car business, but this relationship ain't
working. He got the robots,
30,000 a piece. GM and Ford were, actually looking pretty sparkly.
Pretty sparkly. They ain't looking like
All right, thank you very much. And next, China ridiculing the U.S. Is there new AI?
There's only so many of those that people are actually going to purchase at $30,000.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, if we had $1 million, we might say, fuck it, let's invest in a robot, let's see what it's about.
Right.
But there's more people not rich than are rich that can afford to just go out and buy a fucking robot. So you can make 1,000 of them, you can make 200,000 of them. You're not gonna sell 200,000 of them.
Yeah. Just like Trump, everything he do is for the rich.
Correct. Which now the problem is going to be is that, okay, so now Elon Musk, he is starting to lose favoritism and he's starting to lose money, which is where he got his money from the Teslas. So you're losing money on that front. Donald Trump's favorite was up. Now he's down to 0%.
I thought he was talking about Elon Musk's favorite.
Elon Musk is down to minus 13%. So since they're joining in 2024, Donald Trump, since November, has slowly but surely, his favoritism has actually slowly but surely gone down. And because of what happened last week, it's gone down even further to where now his favorability is at 0%. Musk was at 29%. Then he went down to minus 3%. Now the nigga's at minus 13%. Keep fucking up. Because now what you're doing is that the Jews, now you done pissed off the Jews. Not just in Germany, but in America as well. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about German people that were under Adolf Hitler, who sat there and killed over 6 million Jewish people. Now, the United States helped them become a democracy to get once Adolf Hitler was out of there. So now they're a democracy, but now you're saying, okay, well, that was years ago. So fuck what y'all went through 80 years ago. Let it go. It ain't that important.
Wrong thing to say.
Wrong thing to say.
4% APY on your cash.
And how about, didn't you say, there's a lot of Jews out there that got fucking money.
Oh, yeah.
And so now you're pissing off, right, so now you're pissing off the Jews, and now your Tesla sales are going
Well, a lot of people, well, I've heard that from me reading that the Jews came over here and instead of wasting their life away, they went to school, became lawyers. That's why most Jewish people are lawyers, you know what I mean? They went to school and educated themselves and lived themselves up.
So now they're making money, right, I'm not mad either, so now you're making money. But on the flip side of that, all these Jews are making money, buying Teslas. I bet you they have electric vehicles.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But now you just said this. Oh yeah, motherfucker probably said, yep, nope.
What about that Rivian?
Have you ever felt like you're missing out on being
Because the Rivian ain't, yeah, they probably
electric.
But that's not
a Tesla.
That's not a Tesla. That is going
No, that don't belong.
Elon Musk.
Musk probably has some of the parts in there because he patented a whole bunch of parts that go on electric cars that other companies use.
Right, but he ain't gonna make as much money as he would on somebody buying his own Tesla. You know what I'm saying? Because they spend money on parts, but not the rest of the car. And if they got to pay an extra $5,000 to get somebody's electric car, and it's not yours, those attorneys are gonna spend that extra $5,000 to get that other damn car. It's not gonna fuck with you. Hang in there, Daddy. Originally, we were going to stop at this Lowe's, but we think we're going to keep on working.
Yeah.
Once again, that's
I know the drill.
Well, because it's only 22 miles away. And we got 42 minutes left on our clock. So we're going to go ahead and go to the
I just said, I know the drill. I know you and that clock.
Oh, yeah.
You on site with that clock.
That bitch is already howling. It's already howling.
Hopefully we get a good park. I can get some good content. We've had some nice views on it.
At foreigners.com/CNN, you can access doctor-trusted weight loss treatments tailored to you, with GLP-1 weekly injections with the same active ingredient as
I can't park here if you want me to.
medications at a fraction of the price. That's right. You'll save up to 91% per month on compounded supplement additives.
Keep on going.
Right, let's hope we can find some parks. They got a lot of parks here.
91% less. There's no hidden fees and no membership fees. Just one low, transparent price. And the process is 100% online. If prescribed, your personalized plan ships free directly to your door. Get started at foreigners.com/CNN to access affordable doctor-trusted weight loss plans that put you first. That's foreigners.com/CNN. foreigners.com/CNN.
Yeah, we won't make that next one. Next one is 71 miles away. We ain't gonna make it. But the good thing about this place, hopefully, when we get there, if it's completely booked, which it shouldn't be, it's only 5:45. Then I just have to pay for a plug.
Silicon Valley, wiping out $1 trillion in U.S. stock market one day. It killed the
Maybe we can glance over at that place. Isn't there a place across the street? Remember we parked there one time?
DeepSeek makes Meta panic. DeepSeek overturns U.S. stocks overnight. Chinese startup claims that it made a chatbot that rivals American models at a small fraction of the cost.
I had downloaded this too.
Calling it a Sputnik moment.
Yeah, but it don't generate
When the
images.
app gets questions about China, right? We talk about truth
Just like
and accountability,
ChatGPT.
What do these things really do?
Like it'll probably write you out a business plan. Yeah.
There's still 19 prime parks available.
As Chinese leader Xi Jinping ever made a mistake? I am sorry, I cannot answer that question.
Okay. Well, any sane person could answer that. Xi Jinping, hopefully in his heart of hearts, could answer that. So we asked the same question to American-made ChatGPT. And we got a long answer.
Tells you what it's thinking.
COVID lockdowns, unemployment rate, human rights concerns, all sorts of things on mistakes made by Xi Jinping. I'm trying out Kevin O'Leary, chairman of O'Leary Ventures, one of the sharks on the hit television show Shark Tank. And I'm so happy that you're here so we can talk together. Okay, so when you look at DeepSeek, which DeepSeek, sorry. DeepSeek. It's something way bigger than a $6 million app. I mean, you're saying, actually, when you look through the prism of this, in a sense, the U.S. is already at war with China, and DeepSeek is really on the front line of it.
Well, let's just take the premise that they built it with an old computer with $6 million. I call BS on that. What they did is they ripped off 50 or 60,000 chips from NVIDIA in the black market somewhere. And basically, this is a state-sponsored enterprise. And they've done something very smart, so I'm going to give them credit. They basically built a free app for you that you can download, and then it scrapes all your emails. So if you're the supreme leader and you think that TikTok's going to go dark and you're losing your number one access to Americans' information, why not just leak out something like this?
Oh,
And they've done it with other apps as well. While we're going through this debate on the 60 days of
But I got the higher
TikTok,
internet.
they've got
I ain't got nothing
which is
to
owned by
use.
ByteDance. They've got another one called Mal's Little Red Book.
Right.
And these things...
I mean, Mal's Little Red Book is hardly trying to disguise what it
Well,
is.
this is on
The
a
most
Chinese
downloaded app last 2
and
days.
so the idea, I think you would do this if you want to have other lifeboats as you think your main TikTok is sinking.
Right.
But there's a much bigger issue here. If you don't think we're in an economic war with China, you would be wrong. If you don't think we're in a race on technology, you would be wrong. If you don't think we're competing to become the world's largest economy, that's what they're trying to do. If you think, do you think, Aaron, they would allow us to create an app in China with the American server sitting here, the Chinese downloaded, and we scrape their emails? There's not a chance in hell they would let us do that. So why are we letting them do that here? The law that we created to deal with TikTok is the same law that could stamp this thing out. This is taking Americans' information for the benefit of the supreme leader It's spyware all over again.
Right, and you use
maybe
you
I
say
should- maybe I
economic
should
war,
uninstall it.
AI war. It's not a military war, hopefully ever, but certainly not yet. But you've got front lines.
They already got my
You
email.
want to be the supreme country and you want to control militarily,
Right,
you
but
need the
if
best
people
AI
are
for
sending
defense.
information from our companies, like
There is no
our
question
companies or
about
whatever,
that.
we
So
want them to have
we
access
have to
to that.
make
So
sure
we're
that we
looking
fund our AI development for defending North America and our principles of democracy. This is not a democratic product. You can't get any information about the Supreme Leader. You just saw that by try. The Supreme Leader is supreme. The
What I
Bible
don't
knows nothing
understand is
about it,
why
but
do you
he's
install
absolutely
it on people's
fantastic.
phones?
And that's
Why
the way
is
it
it
should
on
be
the
if
Google
you're
Play
supreme.
Store?
All right, so you mentioned TikTok. You've got that offer to buy it for $20 billion.
Well,
You've been
TikTok-
looking under the hood more. Microsoft,
TikTok
Trump says
allows you to
Microsoft's
be
in
able
there.
to
You know, he
download
wants to
it,
spark a bit
and
more.
because the
How set on winning this are you as you look under the hood? Are you still?
That's the reason why they're trying to get it.
No scenario
Birthdates, all of that
for
stuff.
anybody.
I know, but when I first bought my phone, TikTok was one of the apps that was already on it.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Since you bought your phone, there's been all this stuff that has actually come out because there's no stipulations on who can and cannot download it, who can and cannot get information. And I'm assuming because there was a breach through TikTok, the whole reason why they're trying to get it banned. Because there was a breach on TikTok. People who work for the federal government, and that's the reason why right now it's banned from all federal codes.
I asked you one more
That
thing.
way they can't get access to sensitive information.
Well, Trump put it in to get it back on.
No, he stopped the ban for United States.
I feel like
Regular users, but the federal ban is still on.
Okay, well, you know, don't tell that to Donald Trump. Okay, but in all seriousness, in the context here, you know, Canada, the 51st state, and all these comments he makes about it. Decision to update the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America.
You don't fall off
They
of
say
that.
they've done that before. Now, when you do it before and it's Denali McKinley, it's on U.S. soil, American, you know, the American president issues an executive order, fine. The Gulf of Mexico is international waters. There's a whole international thing that deals with that. You know, we all, you know, it's more complex. Persian Gulf, Arabian Gulf. Okay. Does Trump changing this name and Google going along with it as they have, and they're explaining their move, but does any of this make you squeamish? Any of this, you know, sort of taking? I mean, I know it can be silly, but sometimes things like names matter a lot.
No, if I'm Google and my policy is to say government issued data and put it into my mapping product, I'm not going to change my policy just because Trump's decided to rename this Gulf of America. But when I look at Britain, it's going to say Gulf of Mexico because they haven't changed their policy over there.
Oh,
in
they're talking
terms of
about
what
Google
they name
Maps.
these oceans. So it makes sense to me. I don't think it's that
Smart
controversial.
people from
I think,
Shark Tank.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
if people don't understand Trump after 12 years, they're never going to understand Trump. You got to separate the noise from the signal. The signal's important. The noise is bombastic, interesting.
All right, well, Kevin, it's great to see you. All right, and an upfront exclusive next. For the first time, we're going to take you inside what the North Korean soldiers on the ground there are thinking, what they're seeing, because they're actually talking to us. And that's right after this.
I call gefilte fish.
This is an ad by BetterHelp Online Therapy. Every January brings you 365 blank pages waiting to be filled. What do you want your 2025 story to be? Maybe there are characters you need to let go of, or narratives that no longer serve your growth. Life isn't about resolutions that fade by February. It's about picking up the pen and becoming the author of your own life. Therapy can be your editorial partner, helping you craft the next chapters with intention and purpose. That way, you can shape your own story and make it one you love. BetterHelp offers a diverse network of over 30,000 therapists worldwide with expertise in a wide range of issues, from depression and anxiety to work and relationships. It's 100% online, and sign up only takes a few minutes. Write your next chapter with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/CNN today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/CNN.
Are you ready to radically transform your health? It starts at the foundation. Armor Colostrum is premium, sustainably sourced bovine colostrum concentrate with over 400 bioactive nutrients. It works at the cellular level to strengthen your immunity, fortify your gut, enhance your skin and hair, elevate your energy, and ignite your metabolism, among thousands of other benefits you can see and feel. Start your health revival today. Go to tryarmor.com/SiriusXM or enter code SiriusXM online to get 15% off your first order. That's ARMRA.com code SiriusXM. That's tryarmor.com/SiriusXM or enter code SiriusXM online to get 15% off your first order. That's ARMRA.com code SiriusXM.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
AI is rewriting the business playbook with productivity boosts and faster decision-making coming to every industry. If you're not thinking about AI, you can bet your competition is. This is not where you want to drop the ball. But AI requires a lot of compute power. And with most cloud platforms, the cost for your AI workloads didn't spiral. That is, unless you're running on OCI, Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. This was the cloud built for AI. A pleasing, fast enterprise-grade platform for your infrastructure, database, apps, and all your AI workloads. OCI costs 50% less than other major hyperscalers for compute, 70% less for storage, and 80% less for networking. Thousands of businesses.
Loves that we stopped at in Wyoming. I think it's near Green River, I think. We pulled in, we had just found a spot and there was ice and snow all over the freaking parking lot.
Oh yeah.
No, I think that's where we'll be able to make it tomorrow. Yeah, that's only 370 miles away. I think that's where we're gonna end up stopping.
Dr. Donovan Wright said, "What country are you?" States of America.
The Gulf of America. That's it. Looks like it's gotta be it.
What?
We got a bright flash of that.
Okay.
As he fights alongside Russians in Ukraine. He blew himself up to avoid capture. Just think about that. Nearly 12,000 North Korean soldiers are fighting as part of Kim Jong-un's alliance with Vladimir Putin.
They put the little explosion in the background.
Extraordinary and rare access, as North Korean soldiers, in their own words, reveal their brutal and sometimes suicidal tactics. Nick Peyton Walsh is here tonight with this exclusive story you will see first here out front.
Images on the ground of the capture of North Korean troops by Ukraine. The soldier is injured, can hardly walk, but they're spiriting away. Russian shelling intensifies to prevent capture. A wild prize pulled through their wires here from brutal fighting in Russia's Kursk region against a radicalized, near suicidal enemy, but one who'd never seen drones in war before. Special Operations Forces who fought them told us. Всі вони молоді, свіжі, витривалі. There's a unique challenge here. Ukraine wants to take captives, but the North Koreans seem to prefer to die. They shoot one here in caution. In the distressing images that follow, they pull one injured Korean's leg, then realize he has a grenade. He detonates under his chin. His last words were to scream North Korean leader Kim Jong-un's name, South Korean officials say. It's nothing. We meet the Ukrainians who show us the faked Russian military papers he was carrying, suggesting he was from Russia's Far East, and his military radio codes. Another paper, handwritten pledges of brainwashed courage. 미지와 괜의 쓰레기들에게 죽음의 철출을 내릴 날에. A reminder of how this
biggest land war in Europe since the 40s is becoming global, but also a glimpse of the fear they live under, how they form on each other. Notes from an officer. Ammo shows us the newish AK-12 rifle and backpack Russia gave the North Koreans. They are overladen with ammo, he says, but sometimes no body armor or warm clothes and minimal water.
Известный случай,
бойцы с Северной Кореи бежали просто без бронников, часто не носят каски, что тоже для нас оказалось странным. Они типа очень маневренные и очень быстрые. Они очень быстро бегают, перемещаются, но их сложно словить, тем более дроном.
This thermal drone video shows that speed of attack. Below are 7 Ukrainians in a trench. Tried to flank them. Many died here, but they seem to be learning.
Тобто у них там є, ми бачили схема, як діяти у випадку, коли їх буде, скажімо так, атакувати дрон. Тобто це одна людина, яка приймає удар на себе, 2 або 3 інші людини, вони стоять збоку і безпосередньо вже стріляють.
Nick Morse, CNN to Ukraine.
Incredible access and recording by Nick. We're grateful for it. Thanks so much to all of you. AC360 starts now.
car can do. Parked by 6:30. Yep, get to eat, watch the TV. Maybe we can watch past 10 tonight. Or I could just watch one of our shows. I could do Elspeth in there.
Oh, yeah.
I like Elspeth. I like her. She is funny. Huh?
Yeah, I like her too. Got more land than you know what to do with.
Right. Where the hell's the damn cows? That's what that was a cow thing, right?
Gotta be about 1,000 acres.
Oh, going out that way?
truck parking.
Oh yeah, it's a big old huge truck parking thing. At least that's what the sign said. That would be a shit ton of parking out there. Right? That's good for future reference. Oh, we'll be making that.
What?
The lowest of 45 miles. I got 15 minutes left on my clock. About to get dire.
Then. Where's the truck stop?
It is 6 miles away.
Okay.
Oh, it's gonna be close. Did I tell you it was gonna be close to get there? Said there's supposed to be parking around here. I don't see no truck parking.
Where's the pilot?
Oh, it's still up there a little bit. Still up there, but
Have we ever stayed at the wrong part?
yeah. This is the pilot that I got into it with management because
Oh, yeah.
I parked there and it didn't say it was reserved. So I got into it with them. They said, well, because that's not my problem. That shit does not say it's reserved. That's why I parked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really what the situation. See this Steve Cam pounding on our door, what the fuck the time and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is. return my gloves? Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. You didn't send me a picture of the receipt. You didn't send me the receipt, so I didn't know. You just picked her up from school? Oh, okay. Alright, I'll call you later. Love you. Okay, bye. Hello? Hey. Since when? Don't have insurance? $220? Since when? Right, it doesn't include. Did you look on your to see if it included it? No. Oh my God. Yeah. Because they're gonna have to redo your arm to see if you messed up something after the surgery. There's no way for you to know that, dude. You need to get it looked at. How much is it for you to go to the emergency room? Oh, okay. Yeah, dude, you gotta get that shit looked at. Yeah, that's all bad. Get up in the morning and go. It's up to you. Just keep in mind, the longer it takes you to go down there, the worse it's gonna get. It can get a lot worse because every minute you're, you know what I'm saying, your body is healing from the surgery. So if you mess up anything and you don't get it looked at, it can be even worse. That's all I'm saying. Did you want to try over there? That may not be your
Over what? Okay. Is there parking lot?
I don't know. is parking over there. We parked over there before. I just parked for us. Oh, there's no spots over there.
Like an end spot over there.
Oh, you wanna go over there?
Yeah. I don't think. I ain't gonna.
Over here?
Yeah, see what the hell. We already in this lane.
I can get over there.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, Sally. So she doesn't want to go.
You want to go to your bedroom? I'll wait for you.
That's okay. We shouldn't be too far. Yes. Probably the 13th or probably the 13th is what we're shooting for.
That's not a parking. I was talking about over here.
No, that whole front row over there.
Oh, okay.
I just gotta get there. Yeah, because we're supposed to be out the 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, so.
Watch that concrete barrier. You got it.
We haven't quite decided yet. You want me to go by the light over down there? Oh, I should have went that way.
I was gonna wait for you to go to the bathroom.
Oh no, it's okay. We haven't quite decided what we're gonna do yet. We haven't been home for Valentine's Day in 6 years. So that's not a fun spot.
I thought this was one here.
Oh, this is right there though. Because there's not one on that side. What do we park?
That was good.
Yep, we can do that. A seafood boil at your house. I don't eat that shit. Crab and lobster and shrimp. You know, mussels and shit like that. No. How we gonna get you're gonna cook all that? Oh. Oh, you mean you said you put it in the pot. I'll say because I know that the boiling crab has one that you can buy. Oh, okay. I'm just thinking, by the time you buy all of that seafood, ain't it gonna be more expensive than just spending $50 at the boiling crab? What, for the boiling crab? What all did you get? And that's it? Oh, okay. Well, how you gonna eat all that if one of your arms is fucked up? Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how you heard it. You supposed to. Yeah, you gotta be careful. You just gotta be careful and do your exercises like you're supposed to. Oops, sorry. You didn't look to see how many ounces. Well, that's the reason why I always got mine, which was Crisco, and I just used that. How small is it? For $21 damn dollars. For $21? And you got that for, did you return it? I would. Right. Damn. Not paying attention? Okay. He didn't tell him. When did he tell him? Right. Yep, we are. We ain't got no more time on our clock. Jerome, Idaho. Yep, that we are. Yep. When Trump signed his executive, no, they didn't. What happened is that when Trump signed the order last night that was explained this morning, he shut off, he was putting a freeze and a hold on all federal spending plans. What he didn't specify when the very first memo came out, which the press secretary tried to explain today, was that those people who get individual benefits like TANF, SNAP, food stamps, Medicaid insurance, those smaller programs that go to specific individuals, those are not frozen. Social Security, vet benefits, those aren't frozen. They said it was the bigger plans. But when he came out with the first memo this morning and there was no explanation of it, or when it came out last night, people heard about it this morning and went in and crashed the entire freaking Medicaid website of all 50 states. So once that happened, the lady from Meals on Wheels, the CEO of Meals on Wheels, she went to the federal courthouse and filed a lawsuit against the administration. The federal judge has put everything on hold, meaning Trump cannot ban anything right now until it is finally debated, so it's a stay on that order until at least Monday. The problem that Trump is going to run into is that these appropriation bills that were assigned for the federal programs was signed by the House of Representatives, signed by the Senate, and then signed by the president, which was Joe Biden at the time. And this bill is in law. You can't just go in with and say, hey, I need that money. I don't know exactly where it's going, so I'm fixing to freeze it. You can't do that. But everybody went into a frenzy and it crashed the Medicaid website. That's what happened. It's all bad, girl. It's all bad. And he don't give two shits. He don't give two shits. So that's the problem that everybody is running into right now. So, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, look, I told that, I said, Kamala Harris sent back, said, I tried to told you motherfuckers, you don't want to listen to me. Told you that motherfucker was going to do that shit. That motherfucker is putting Project 2025 into play right now. He is doing mass deportations of all immigrants. Because on the...
Like Twitter news.
Right, because they deported her and they weren't supposed to. The problem is this is what they're going to run into. They have detained American citizens during this whole entire raid, stuff, and that's going to be a problem for them. That's going to be a big problem. Yeah, he's going to have a big problem with that. But everybody, look, Kamala and all the Democrats trying to tell these motherfuckers. And for the life of me, just like Keisha has said, the hot link, because Keisha said that the CCSD, everybody who works for CCSD,